Most perpetrators face little to no consequences.
The brutal rape and murder
In big
of a female
cities like
doctor has
Kolkata,
united
protests are
Indians in
growing.
anger.
But in rural areas, cases of rape, including those involving children, are often
The
buried in
brutal
silence.
rape and
In India, nobody goes to jail in 7 out of 10 rape cases. The guilty escape punishment with a conviction rate of only 27%. Similar issues are seen in domestic violence, sexual offenses against children, and attempted rape. Every hour, more than 50 criminal acts against women are reported. The extreme backlog of cases results in less than 60% of reports being investigated per year. But many cases never make it to the police at all. Social norms, stigma, and a lack of trust in the system discourage survivors from speaking out. Current definitions of rape under the Indian Penal Code exclude male and transgender victims, while marital rape isn't criminalized at all. The government argues that such laws could disrupt marriages and traditional values. India's rape laws are archaic, rooted in colonial principles, and survivors are left with limited legal recourse. Many courts issue problematic rulings, such as granting bail by asking the accused to marry girls they abused and victim blaming. Gender stereotypes limit progressive interpretations of laws. Marginalized groups, particularly Dalits and Muslims, face systemic barriers to justice. 60% of survivors report pressures to settle cases outside the legal system. Officials in the justice system are often susceptible to bribery and corruption. Legal outcomes are influenced when the defendant is high profile or has political connections. Justice is often reactionary, driven by public outrage over barbaric incidents, but this expedited attention must extend to the thousands of pending cases. What can be done to improve conviction rates? For one of the most deep-rooted and complex issues faced by the nation, both institutional change and awareness campaigns are necessary. Laws must first acknowledge that sexual violence can occur across all genders and be perpetrated by anyone. Definitions of consent, coercion, and redefining rape as sexual assault across all contexts would ensure equitable legal application. Amnesty International condemns the death penalty, arguing that it serves as a short-term revenge and does not address the root causes of violence. There is no evidence to suggest that the death penalty deters crime. Instead, it discourages reporting and delays legal action, especially in cases between marginalized and upper caste communities. Convictions are reluctant due to the severe penalties involved, and thus the death penalty must be abolished. Police training and reform is also needed to better handle rape cases, changing how reports are registered and investigated. India must enforce no-tolerance rules for harassment in all environments and teach children about consent, gender equality, and healthy relationships early on. Convictions are still merely a part of the issue. They do not erase the inconceivable physical and emotional trauma victims face. In India's rape culture, all women are victims. To protect your mothers, sisters, friends, and neighbors, fight for systemic change. Justice delayed is justice denied.